Craig, good to bounce back after last week, but they made you work for it.
Yeah, without doubt. We had a lot of field position there today, and probably our attack wasn't quite as fluent as we probably would have liked. I thought we defended a bit better than last week. I thought Souths were, really brave. Like the amount of defence they done in their own, 20, 30 metre area was. There was a lot of that, and I thought they handled it really well. So they were really competitive in tough situation and tough conditions too. So, but we were just glad to get back on the wagon again, and to get the win was good. I thought, as I said, we were probably a bit disjointed with our attack, but we'll work on that during the week, and hopefully we'll get it right for next week.
Ryan Pappenhausen, is that the worst challenge of all time now, considering he challenged and got himself sin binned for it?
Yeah, it's probably the worst result I've ever seen of a challenge, but I suppose someone will challenge one day and they'll get sent off. I'm not quite sure, but like I say, it wasn't probably a great thing to do. A great decision, I suppose, but probably gives a little bit of a rest for a couple of minutes.
Mate, Ali Katoa's development since he's come to the Storm, where does you rate it among the back rowers in the comp?
I don't think we'd swap him for anyone, to be quite honest. And since he's come here, he's I think he's surprised everybody with how good a player he is, but how smart a player he is too, and how skillful. He's obviously a big body, but he's a smart footy player and skillful to go with it. So I think we're all really glad that he landed here, and like I say, he's been doing a great job, and he's probably, with all due respect, probably our most consistent player if he's not been the top 3 or 4.
Where did he find the belief from? Because when he left the Warriors, he was out of sorts, didn't know if he would, how far he would come. Where did he get that belief?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. You'd probably have to ask him that. But I know, as soon as he got here, he put the hard work in. And I think, if you prepare properly and you train as well as you can, and as I said, prepare properly, on the field, on the training pad again, away from it, where you get confidence out of that. So, but like I say, you'd probably have to ask him that.
Craig, how's Sewer, and what did you make of that tackle by Latrell?
Oh, I must say I didn't see I think I seen one sort of replay, which wasn't a probably I'm not the one to judge on that. I'll have a look at it tomorrow, but I just think in the game now, there's a lot of, when people get hit high, they're dropping. I don't know whether you can, sometimes you can control that, I know it's a dangerous place to go, to pick ones out that we think he could have controlled it, or you think he couldn't have controlled it. So I don't think anyone's going to go there, but I don't think there was too much malice in it. But as I said, I only had a quick look at it.
Cam, what did you think of it? You're probably a bit closer than Craig. Did you catch it, the hit? I know it happened in a split second, but...
Yeah, look, it's a contact sport, and at the end of the day, I know we're trying to protect a lot of players with obviously the head knocks and stuff, but I'm probably on the side of Craig. It's very hard to determine how hard it is. It's slippery out there, it's wet, force on force. There's a lot of speed. Sewer's very quick. Latrell's very big, and I don't know where you want Latrell to go there. Sewer's obviously trying to engage him to be able to pass, and he slipped over. So I feel like sometimes it's hard to get yourself out of those positions when you're fully in and into the contact. So there's always grey areas in that, and that's the reason why we play a contact sport. It's going to be contact at times, and blokes are not always going to get it right. So ideally, there was not a whole heap of malice by the look of it, and I'm sure he's got nothing to worry about. But I know where the game's trying to go and protect a lot of players, and as long as we keep it consistently around the game, I don't have a problem with it all. I know it didn't look good, but I don't know where you want him to go there as well.
Either way, Craig, Sewer failed his HIA, so that's now another outside back concern for you heading into next week.
Yeah, well, he won't be playing, so that's a concern. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. We had this run of injuries with our outside backs, you know, and I don't think there'll be many of them coming back anytime soon. So yeah, we're struggling a little bit there, and this certainly isn't going to help with Sewer not playing next week. But this is what it is. So we just got to make sure we move on and give someone else a chance.
How do you navigate that? Obviously, Magic Round's coming up, and then you got State of Origin, so you'll lose more players in Origin camp. How do you plan to navigate these next few weeks?
I don't know, just take it week by week and plan the week out, and then take it day by day, and just see what we got, what we haven't got, and try and make the most of it. You know,
He's putting the boots on. Got him on the wing, back from the Raiders days.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be much of a winger, but yeah. So like I say, it's like no use panicking about it and whatever. It is what it is. So we just got to try and all get together, with the leaders and the coaches, and just sort of throw up a few ideas on what we can do and what we can't do. I've been really happy with Joey Chan. He come on in the ruck today, but when Saul went off, he went in the centres and he played a bit in the centres there last week as well. And he's done for a guy that hasn't sort of played in the centres before, he done a good job. So, like I say, our mentality's always been. Sometimes it makes it hard with key players, but certainly when someone misses out, someone else gets a chance, and that's the way it is.
Nathan had a run anywhere this weekend, and is he available for next weekend?
Yeah, I think he's going up to play up in the Queensland Cup tomorrow. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow. So I don't know. So I think he's going up there, and we'll see how he goes there, and he might get a run with us next week. But he's been out for a long time, and we just wanted to, just get him to go up there and have a bit of a run, and just see where he's at fitness-wise, but see where he's at, with his, the concussion thing too. So. Yeah, like I say, he's available this week, and I think he's playing tomorrow. It might be Sunday, but I think it's tomorrow.
Craig. Sorry, Craig. Before the game, there was an issue between the club and Indigenous performers who usually do a dance and do a Welcome to Country. They ended up not doing the Welcome to Country. Are we disappointed there wasn't one before the game, and the club's had this misunderstanding with those groups?
I don't know anything about that, so that's the first I've heard of that. So, I'd have to get a bit more information.
Craig, tackling was a big feature of your game tonight. Trent Liora, we spoke about it a few weeks ago, once again brilliant, but also Bronson Garlick, who got his opportunity, and he really seized the moment as well. Yeah,
well, Bronson played last week as well, and I thought that's probably a strong point of his game, his defence, and I thought he was really good out there tonight. And while he certainly it's hard to replace Harry, he certainly done his job there. With his defence, so as long as he just keeps playing to his strengths, and that's all we expect of him. And like I say, he done a really good job today.